suffering of a child in the hands of a guardian, a woman in the hands of her spouse, or that of a man in the hands of his partner is no good news to any rational mind. As the curtain comes down on the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence, the Zimbabwe Republic Police continues to fight all forms of violence. Hello viewers, it is that time again when your police service, the Zimbabwe Republic Police, interacts with you, the Zimbabwean citizenry, on this weekly platform, Crime Watch. Our priority on this program is to enhance cooperation and unity between the police and you, fellow Zimbabwean citizens, with the primary objective of harnessing crime. I am your host, Elliot Kudzai Ganyani. I'm always excited to join you in the comfort of your homes. In light of the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence, the Zimbabwe Republic Police continues to fight any form of violence. Recently, Plan International organized a public indaba with the ZRP to promote dialogue and collective action between the police, civil society and ordinary citizens in responding to violence against women, as well as raise awareness on safety in public places by the ZRP.
In the past few weeks, there's been some disturbing reports of violence and often fatal attacks on young women, especially. Plan International notes with concern that this challenge is a grave challenge, and we have decided to partner with ZRP to bring issues so girls are able to lead, learn, thrive, and decide in their own city.
Gender-based violence is one of the most serious and complex problems facing society today. Effects of GBV and domestic violence include stress, depression, breakdown of families, suicide, murder, among a host of other calamities. Due to the sensitivity of issues surrounding domestic violence, police officers manning charge offices refer GB victims to the victim-friendly unit found at every police station across the country, so that the cases are dealt with in private. The victim-friendly officers obtain evidence in rape and other GBV cases, offer counseling sessions to victims, and assist them to get medical attention when necessary. Historically, gender-based violence has been viewed as an essentially private family matter, not suitable for aggressive police intervention. The public relations officers are dispelling such myths through intensive anti-gender-based violence awareness campaigns. Currently, we are conducting a regional operation and we are targeting wanted persons. Most of these wanted persons, if I want to ask right now, a rape has occurred in Epworth and you know that person is staying somewhere in Epworth, but you don't report to the police. Please reach out to the police and report those perpetrators. The ZRP is committed to preventing, investigating and detecting crime in general and gender-based violence in particular. I would like to point out that police efforts are sometimes in vain as victims, particularly in DVA cases, immediately seek to withdraw charges against accused persons after arrest. Relatives also interfere with investigations by urging victims to withdraw cases. Once the case is taken to court, then the wife wants to withdraw. And the parents are urging someone to withdraw. You must stand your ground. It is important to form partnerships and speak with one voice on a wider scale to ensure that women and children are empowered. You are assured of police support.
The ZRP victim-friendly unit also gave some crime tips as we approach the festive season.
Quite a significant number of children are sexually abused on their way to and from school, especially in rural areas where they have to pass through bushy areas. Hence, parents and oral guardians are encouraged to take turns to escort their children to and from school. There have been cases in which women were raped whilst taking shortcuts through thoroughfares and other secluded areas. You have to move with others in groups or to take even a longer way which is safer for you. The police have also received cases whereby offenders entered through unlocked doors at night. We should have the culture of locking at least or actually securing our doors. Reports have also been received where women board unregistered motor vehicles and along the way they are robbed and raped. Some of these vehicles even masquerade as commuter omnibuses, genuine ones, and on board will be some passengers who later turn against the victim. Survivors of sexual offences are encouraged to report the offences early, and we say within 72 hours. That's the time that we can gather evidence that can assist us to get a conviction at court. We say, as the police, anyone is a potential abuser, and hence treat everyone as such.
Public places such as bus terminuses have also been identified as hotspots for sexual harassment, and stakeholders are calling for stiffer penalties against perpetrators of such offences.
Pane vanhu vari kushanda mutown vakazviwanira mabasa sort of ekukwidza vanhu makombi. Dzimwe nguva unenge uchitoziva kwauri kuenda, but munhu anokudhonzera bhegi rako kuti ukwire kombi yake iye. But the way they are doing whatever they are doing is not legal. They are sexually harassing women each and every day. We want a law that addresses matouts. Mutemo unosunga matouts arikuti harasa each and every day.
In this Indaba, I think we have had a good platform that we air the problems that are being faced by the general public in the country, especially in the Harare CBD, whereby commuters have a problem with the mode of transport that is in our country at the moment. The mshikashikas and these combis, which now do not have a regulator, and so these people are doing really what they want. So there is a gross human abuse for the young girls, the women. People are loaded in buses in very unhuman conditions. So as far as we are saying, the government should actually establish another model that is so decent with the trends of the modern world.
Stakeholders who were present at the Indaba applauded the initiative and called for continued interaction with the Zimbabwe Republic Police.
Attend meeting nemapurisa tichitaura zvichemo zvedu. Mhepo kuti tasvika panapa tikataura zvichemo zvedu.
Uye tichitarisirawo kuti pese pamaprogram atinenge tichiita tinge tine support from malocal ZRP yedu vange varipo tichibatsirana mukushanda kudzivirirawo nekukurudzirawo runyararo muarea yedu kunyanya kuAirport.
And this has been an important day, particularly for young people, because the future, their future is bright, and Zimbabwe's population is young and it's female. So it's important for them to live in a safe and secure environment. So today they actually had an opportunity to interact with ZRP, and they shared their issues, which then ZRP committed to say that they're going to follow up and ensure that they exercise their mandate of providing security to the public.
We are envisioning a continued re-engagement with the police, continued partnership where we actually try and respond to some of the suggestions that has been put forward by these young ladies, commitments that they have requested to see going forward in the creation of safer cities where young women and girls can actually enjoy their freedoms, their rights, without being afraid of the violations that have been existing.
In the same vein, police have also intensified campaigns against gender-based violence across the country. Recently, ZRP Harare Province partnered other stakeholders in campaigning against gender-based violence in the dormitory town of Chitungwiza.
We have been receiving reports from the communities that children who are under the age of 18 are seen frequenting bars and nightclubs, and some of these children are being exposed to child sexual exploitation. So we saw it fit as the whole district to do a campaign to sensitize the parents and the guardians about these child protection issues.
Kunotenga fodya, kunotenga zvinodhaka, ndokuti pamunotuma ipapo iye anoitawo shumwe yoda kuravidza. Ngadaro mune matopembedza. Saka tiri kuti isusu ngatibatsiranei kuti mwana akure zvakanaka.
Tikukurudzira vemabhawa kuti vasatendedze vana kuti vange vachipinda kumabhawa, because iyo imhosva inovasungisa.
We've been working closely with the police, the VFU department. When we go out into the community, usually we go together, we go and give information on sexual abuse. So we are really happy about this event, that we managed to come out as a district and carry out this awareness campaign.
In the wake of transnational organized crimes, police chiefs in the southern region have established the Southern African Regional Police Chiefs Cooperation Organization, SAPCO Center of Excellency, to equip law enforcement agents in the region with requisite skills and knowledge to counter these challenges. Recently, the SAPCO Center of Excellency hosted its second graduation ceremony in Harare.
Twatotela sana sana kakoma kaganja twatotela sana sana kakoma kaganja twatotela sana sana kakoma kaganja twatotela sana.
Welcome to the Center of Excellency, where we have your vision at heart, where we create a common policy culture across borders. Welcome to the Center of Excellency. Kumberera kunyu.
Sana sana
26 police officers from within the region graduated with diplomas in strategic management and leadership with the SAPCO Center of Excellence.
Being the first regional police organization in Africa, SAPCO has firmly established itself and today stands as a benchmark of regional and international police cooperation in Africa. It was correctly emphasized that policing in the region needed to be standardized, while police officials and other law enforcement officers also needed to be equipped with the right knowledge, skills, and attitudes that are in tandem with modern-day policing. The SAPCO Center of Excellence was then officially opened on the 21st of May 2015 by the then Vice President and now the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, His Excellency Comrade Emerson Dambuzo Mnangagwa. We heartily express our continued profound gratitude to His Excellency, the government, and indeed the people of Zimbabwe for continuously supporting the Center and the Interpol Regional Bureau for Southern Africa, RB Harare.
After implementing certain strategies as law enforcement agents, criminals, on the other hand, will react and in many instances heighten the sophistication of the illicit activities. The police, as the foot soldiers in the maintenance of law and order, are thus required by citizens to be proactive, diligent, and effective in eradicating all manner of crime in society. As an academic institution, we are thus mandated to continuously develop competent police officers through an array of capacity development programs so that we make our region crime-free and the envy of men across the globe.
The SAPCO Center of Excellency was issued with the associateship status by the University of Zimbabwe, who promised better days to the institution.
The University of Zimbabwe, as an institution of higher learning, is pleased to note that over the years, more and more police officers have continued to sharpen their knowledge and skills, especially at tertiary level. In the same vein, I'm pleased to also mention that the University of Zimbabwe recently concluded collaborative efforts with the SAPCO Center of Excellence that have seen the granting of associateship status to the center. To us, this is a mark of achievement.
The chairperson of the institution, Inspector General of the Zambian Police Service, Mr. Kangoma Kanganja, was the guest of honor.
I am pleased to note
that the diploma program offered by the Center to graduates has been designed to inculcate a common policing culture across our borders. This program was tailor-made to capacitate our police officers in middle management positions with robust skills and knowledge, fundamental in effectively and efficiently executing their policing duties. The SAPCO Center of Excellency is indeed a beacon of hope for the realization of the SADC vision of peaceful Southern Africa that will promote sustainable development. I have no doubt that the knowledge acquired by the participants during this developmental exercise has transformed them into better and more professional deliverers of a dynamic and unique policing service to our people.
As part of the Zetera Peace re-engagement and reconnection program with members of the public, Zetera P. Chinamora recently engaged Chief Chinamora and his community in Domboshava to discuss issues to do with crime in his area.
As officer commanding district, we have realized that crime was on the increase in Morewa district, especially in Chinamora area, and decided to talk to the Chief Chinamora, and he agreed to have a meeting with all stakeholders in the Chinamora area. And today we had that meeting. We hope that the meeting we had today will bear fruits.
Mapurisa nesuma sabhuku tave nenguva yakanaka chaizvo yekukurukura zvinetswa zvedu zviri munharaunda maererano emhosva dziri kuitika.
Ndikufara zvikuru nechirongwa chanhasi chaitika nekuti chakwanisa kubatanidza polisi necommunity. Ini semunhu anomiririra community uyezve ndichimiririra mapurisa kucommunity, ndiri kufara zvikuru nekuti taakukwanisa kupinda mumusha tichitsanangura maererano nemhosva dzinoparwa nezvatingakwanisa kuita kudzivirira mhosva idzi kuti
If you're just joining us, we are in the third and final segment of Crime Watch, and thank you for tuning in. The United Nations peacekeeping missions are meant to promote peace in war-torn and conflict-inflicted countries, and the Zimbabwe Republic Police has served in these missions with outright distinction and professionalism over the years. The Zimbabwe Republic Police continues to deploy its officers to these conflict-riddled nations, and recently the Commissioner General of Police, Comrade Tandavantu Godwin Matanga, welcomed some officers who completed their tour of duty.
I am delighted to join you today as we heartily welcome home the returning contingent of police officers who were on international peacekeeping duties in South Sudan, Darfur and Abyei under the banner of the United Nations. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude and appreciation for the hard work and high level of discipline exhibited throughout their tour of duty.
The Commissioner General of Police also took time to congratulate Inspector Anna Chota, who was awarded with the prestigious United Nations International Police Peacekeeper Award for the year 2017. Inspector Chota was also awarded with a complimentary award for raising the United Nations flag high. The returning contingent also shared their experiences of policing under the United Nations peacekeeping banner.
I discovered that war or instability in a country is not something which is good for a nation to grow. It is retrogressive, and the ordinary civilians are the ones who receive or are at the receiving end of the conflict, especially the vulnerable people, the children, the women.
Meanwhile, the Commissioner General has also bid farewell to other police officers who are going on a similar mission.
It is important to point out that being nominated to perform such peacekeeping duties in these war-torn states across the continent and beyond is no doubt a privilege and honor. As you partake the odious task ahead, always be mindful that you are not seconded as tourists, but rather as peacekeepers with a clear mandate of fostering and sustaining world peace. Shun all forms of behavior that might bring our organization and country into disrepute.
The interaction of police officers from various police stations at social platforms is vital in enhancing relations as well as sharing policing experiences outside work environment. Recently, S04E Bulawayo Province hosted a soccer tournament aimed at allowing police officers to mingle as well as share notes on policing experiences. The tournament is sponsored by a local company, Townsend and Butcher.
Sports is a unifier, a motivator, and an essential team-building initiative. I could see evidence of teamwork. They also say that a healthy body breeds a healthy mind, and our police officers need to bear that in mind. That when you are healthy, your mind becomes healthier as well.
As we wrap up this week's episode of Crime Watch, we continue to remind all drivers to value the sanctity of human life and always drive with extreme caution, particularly during this festive season. The checking of brakes, wipers, lights and tires before embarking on any journey can never be overemphasized. Do not drive under the influence of alcohol, and when feeling tired or exhausted, give yourselves time to rest. We cannot continue to lose lives through avoidable road carnage on our country's highways. From me, Elliot Kudzai Ganyani, and the crew behind the scenes, please remember that life is like a shadow. 1 minute is there, the next minute it could be gone. So as you live each day, remember to shun crime and prevent any form of gender-based violence. Also take time to love, because surely that love will be returned back to you. Until then, may God continue to bless you.